What's going on, everybody? I was going to make a install video showing step by step how to install this Rubicon steel bumper on a Mojave, but I am horrible at it was a mess. It was all over the place, and I kept running into issues. So I'm just going to make a aftermath video here, kind of explain everything I did and what I had to do to get things to work. So let's get started. First thing I'm going to mention is I love the bumper. It's definitely worth getting, so do it. If you're wanting to do it, do it. Now, there is one thing you're going to have to worry about if you care. The factory skid plate will not fit with this bumper unless you space it out a lot. I spaced it out with 4 half-inch galvanized washers and a spacer, one of these, and it still would not clear. So the problem was right here, there used to be a mount where I could hook up the skid plate. It would wrap around here and bolt up to this, but this was actually hitting the bumper. The skid plate wasn't even on, and I still couldn't clear it. So I had a couple choices. I was like, I could cut the skid plate, or I could cut the bumper, or space it. I didn't go any of those routes. I didn't like the idea of spacing the bumper out, and I did not like the idea of cutting the skid plate or the bumper. So with these, this came off of a 2020 Rubicon. Just get the factory skid plate. It fits perfect, no issues. It looks better in my opinion. Flows. I got that from a wholesaler. I think I paid about 130 bucks for it. So yeah, if your front bumper did not come with the skid plate, just go that route. It just looks better, and it does protect your reservoir. It wraps up behind it. I guess that's where the disconnectable sway bar would be. But yeah, so that's the first thing you need to realize whenever you get this, because the factory skid plate just won't fit correctly without modifications. Another thing you need to know, I ran into this. This bumper came with fog lights, but come to find out, even if I wanted to swap out these are the LED fog lights that was in my plastic bumper, the mounts are different. You'd think they look identical, but they're not. Let's go back there and take a look at it. I'm just gonna kind of guess. Can't really see the camera, but yeah, there's like 3 tabs instead of 4, I believe. One you can't see; it's behind a piece of plastic. But keep that in mind too. If you're getting this front bumper and it does not come with fog lights, you're gonna have to look into possibly getting a set. Now, let me talk about this too. I ran into a guy on a Facebook. I was posting questions actually because I couldn't figure out how to get this to mount without modifying skid plate, and he kept saying, "Well, I didn't have any modifications at all." Come to find out, he got a JK steel front bumper, so apparently it bolts right on as well. The only thing he had to do was get some kind of an adapter so his fog lights would fit into it. But yeah, he showed me photos of it. It cleared that skid plate perfect. So if you don't want to go out and buy that skid plate that I did, try to go that route. Find a JK steel bumper. It'd probably be cheaper too. But yeah, throwing that little bit of information out there. What else? Oh yeah, these things don't come winch ready. You're gonna have to get a winch kit or a winch plate. I chose. Now there's different companies out there. You can get the factory Mopar one. Not worth it, super expensive, and the aftermarket world is better in my opinion. I went with a company called Grim Off-Road. I chose it because the finish is virtually identical to the bumper, and it's one solid piece of steel that's bent. There's a bolt there that holds it, and 2 more on that side, same on the other side, over here. It is very well made, a really thick gauge steel. I'm very impressed. The quality is perfect. I am happy with it. In fact, I'm getting they call it a mid bar. There's a little hoop you can get right here to protect your winch. Mopar, again, it's like 240 bucks. Grimm's, which is a little bit taller, is 160. I got that on order. It should be here soon. So yeah, that's another thing you need to keep in mind. You're gonna have to get a winch kit. Now, there's other options out there. There's an aftermarket company that reproduces this bumper, and it looks virtually identical. It's just a lower gauge steel, I've been told. But no, I'm happy with it. I'm just glad I got it. I ended up getting a bundle deal. I got the front and rear bumper for a heck of a good deal. So it all worked out perfect. But no, those are the things I just wanted to give you an update on, things you need to look forward to whenever installing this, because you're going to come into a few roadblocks. But no, just keep going forward with it, get it, you're going to love it. The only thing I noticed with it is the front end does go down a little bit more than it used to, but I barely notice it. I mean, there's a lot more extra weight on the front now with the winch too. So anyways, all right, I'm going to stop rambling here. Those are the things you just need to look out for. All right, thanks for watching.